And now,
breaking news.
Ahoy, the news.
news
From the Weird
Wire.
News from the Weird Wire. Man's good deed comes back to bite him. Maybe think twice before trying to help a snake in the road.
Don't know that I've ever considered that.
Mm-hmm. A man cycling in New Jersey's Palisades Park, or Cliffs, last weekend was just trying to do a good deed when he saw a small snake in the middle of the street. Not wanting the reptile to get run over, he picked up the snake to move it and got rewarded with a nasty bite on his finger. Turns out it was a poisonous copperhead snake. What? And the man, identified as Dan Geiger, had to head straight to the hospital. In a press release from the hospital, Hackensack Memorial Health shared a photo of Geiger's finger, which had swollen up and turned black.
Ew.
He spent 2 nights in the hospital, but his finger will be just fine. He still loves Palisades and its wildlife, but he's learned a valuable lesson. Admire from a distance, the hospital wrote. He'll think twice, no matter how good his intentions are. So now, Car Lake Road, where it goes from Jefferson to Car Lake, there's sand, apparently, that the turtles love to lay their eggs in. On the north side of the road. Then they head back over to the, on the north, they head back over to the south side where the lake is. So you head back to their habitat. So, but most people are pretty cognizant of, we should have a turtle crossing sign along that road. It's like, what is that? That's a turtle. Little snapper.
I also wouldn't be picking up a turtle
Yeah.
that's walking across the road.
You could scoot them along the way, but.
Or, for that matter, a poisonous copperhead snake.
Whew. He really was worried about that snake. Giving a whole new meaning to shipyard. Imagine waking up to a massive container ship in your backyard. One homeowner in Norway had that exact wake-up call on Thursday when a 440-foot ship ran aground just feet from his doorstep. Johan Holberg, said he didn't even hear the ship approaching and only knew what had happened after a panicked neighbor called him. The house, which is situated right on a fjord, escaped mostly unscathed with just a damage to a heating pipe. Sounds kind of dangerous.
Evidently, their building codes are a little different than ours.
I just hit a heating. It's all right. Hellberg, took the whole incident in stride, telling Norway's TV2, it's a very bulky new neighbor, but it'll go away soon. The cause of the accident is under investigation.
Well, I'd say the cause of the accident is the fact that there's a house this close to the water.
Well, hitting the brakes on a ship.
It's not fast, I understand.
Can be a very stressful situation, even if you miss by a couple hundred feet. Apparently, they didn't estimate the braking distance for that. But everybody seems to be okay with it. Karaoke cruising for a bruising. Let's sing the praises of this Florida Tiki boat crew who rescued an injured drunk man while on a karaoke cruise. Huh.
Why am I not surprised by any of this? It happened in Florida, and there was a drunken idiot.
And there's a karaoke cruise. According to WMUR, the Punta Gorda Adventures crew spotted the bleeding man struggling to stay afloat after he jumped into the water and landed on some rocks. Ouch. They quickly sprung into action, throwing the man a life ring and pulling him to safety. Police said the man had been drinking.
Stunned.
And jumped in the water to try to impress his friends. He was transported to the hospital and will be okay. As for the crew and passengers, they got right back to singing. Oh, he's okay? All right. Neil Diamond. Sweet Caroline, here we go. The show goes on, says charter manager Cole Kelly. I scrubbed the blood off the boat, and we sang some awesome karaoke.
Has no one ever said ever on this planet?
I scrubbed off the blood from the boat, and we sang some awesome karaoke. We still had a phenomenal sunset. Boy, did he miss out on that. I think it must be something that does happen.
Who shows off to their friends by jumping into the lake or the ocean or wherever they were?
Or
Just why?
Or to the rocks. They were docked.
Drunk do you have to be?
What's this? Well, everybody ended up okay. That's the happy ending to this karaoke story. And that is news from the Weird Wire.